Takulandirani ku AMTV Malawi kuchimake kwa nkhani zenizeni. Ngati nkhani imeneyo kuno kulibe, dziwani kuti nkhani imeneyo ndi yabodza.
We say thank you to you, our First Lady. At this juncture, Your Excellency, because this is not my day, this is your show, I just want now to request you to address the gathering. Thank you so much, Your Excellency.
Your Excellency, Madam Monica Chakwera, First Lady of the Republic of Malawi. Right Honorable Catherine Godani-Hara, MP, Speaker of the National Assembly. Honorable Jean Mona Uzo-Sendeza, MP, Minister of Gender, Community Development, and Social Welfare. Our Cabinet and Deputy Cabinet Ministers here present. Ms. Colleen Zamba, Secretary of the President and Cabinet, and all senior government officials here present. Mr. Prince Kapandamgaga, Chief of Staff, and all State House members of staff here present. Pastor Selina Ndalama, the officiating clergy, distinguished nominees and nominators here present, invited guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight is a triple celebration. First, it's a celebration of womanhood. As you may know, the entire month of March is set aside globally to celebrate the contribution of women in building a new world, a better world. And I feel honored tonight to have every one of you join me in this celebration of womanhood, because there really is no country on earth that has more reason to celebrate women than Malawi. After all, our nation's entire history is paved with the sweat, the blood, and the tears of formidable women. Women of great deeds and great feats that broke barriers, shattering ceilings, and they have taken our development forward. And I want to congratulate you, everyone. Ours is a nation of history-making women, like Rose Joambo, the first female minister, Vera Chira, Malawi's first female lawyer, Joyce Banda, Malawi's first female vice president and then president, and Catherine Godani-Hara, Malawi's first female speaker, and Yolanda Kaunda, Malawi's first female captain, Tabita Jawinga, Malawi's first female Ballon d'Or nominee, and Temwa Jawinga, Malawi's first female to win the Golden Book and break the goal-scoring record for the National Women's Soccer League in the United States. And Agnes Malata here, Malawi's first female vice chancellor of a public university. Maggie Madimbo, Malawi's first female tertiary vice chancellor. Mary Nangwale, Malawi's first appointed female police inspector general, even though Marilyn Yonam is the first one to be confirmed by Parliament. Anastasia Msosa, Malawi's first female Chief Justice. Rachel Siwande, Malawi's first tech hub creator, and many, many, many more. And even beyond history makers, we have thousands of Malawian women who have distinguished themselves in every sector of Malawi. Women who have created great homes, great companies, great institutions, great NGOs, great farms, great movements, great art. Women who have shattered barriers in politics, academia, business, health, science, and sport. Women farmers who toil under the sun to feed our nation. Women hairdressers. who makeup artists and makeup artists who beautify people. Women chefs who nourish our palate. And women doctors and nurses, who treat our bodies. Women merchants who sell us fresh produce. Women hustlers who cross borders to bring us new things from abroad. Women activists who speak truth to power. Women soldiers, I'm telling you, who stand between us and 100 dangers. In fact, years ago, I was a witness to the first woman officer to be enlisted in the Malawi Defense Force. And so we have between us hundreds and hundreds of women civil servants who carry the weight of government bureaucracy, women who are bankers, who keep our money safe, women diplomats who promote the welfare of our country to the world, women directors of ceremonies who bring color to our events. But just as important, beyond making history and making a difference, we celebrate womanhood and the role it plays in making a home. So tonight, we celebrate you, who are grandmothers and the mothers, the daughters, the sisters, the aunties of our nation, for you are the glue that holds communities together. You are the peacemakers that calm the storms of anger in the hearts of frustrated children. You are the pillars that lift up the spirits of brothers and sons and fathers and husbands who come home with bruised egos, shattered dreams. And you are the prayer warriors that chase the evil spirits seeking to destroy families, friendships, and freedom. So, the first thing we are celebrating here tonight is womanhood. But tonight also we celebrate sisterhood. By that I mean that we are celebrating women who celebrate other women. When I was planning this event, I invited women to nominate another woman who inspires them. And I'm so happy to see the nominees here with the woman they nominated, because we must celebrate the women in our nation who celebrate fellow women, who protect their fellow women, who promote their fellow women, who encourage their fellow women, and who support their fellow women. I know that in a patriarchal society like Malawi, it has long been common for people to think it is unacceptable to, or rather it is acceptable to attack a woman, to discourage her progress, to stand in the way of her rise to greatness. But as long as I'm president, that will never be acceptable. It is never acceptable. I'll never find it acceptable to punish a woman more than a man for the same wrongs. I'll never find it acceptable to pay a woman less than a man for the same labor. I will never find it acceptable to criticize a woman more than a man for the same mistakes. In my philosophy of prospering together, that word together includes every woman. And when a woman moves us forward, we must celebrate her. And I commend every one of the women who nominated other women to have this recognition tonight. And so if you had not sent in your nominations for the gala in the spirit of sisterhood, we would not have heard the story of Mai Mbambande. Something extremely important, given protection, creating a safe home for the elderly. Sometimes we are losing out on God's blessings because we are cursing our parents. We would not have heard the story of Mai Yetseni Memory, who has established one of the leading girls' schools in the country. That's Ganabaulend. An inspiring project of keeping girls on the move. We would not have heard about Munkondia, and she probably wasn't featured, but she's a founder of You Are Not Alone, YANA, an organization that is building sustainable communities in Mzuzu through education, health, and other services. Lastly, tonight is a celebration of nationhood. And by that I mean the progress we have made as a nation in the quest for women's equality. As you know, as president, I have made compliance to the Gender Equality Act a requirement across government, starting with my own cabinet, a policy that has increased the participation of women in leadership and governance more than at any time in Malawi's history. As president, I have declared war on child marriages and committed to end all acts of child marriage by 2030, a cause for which I have already secured financial support worth hundreds of millions of dollars that will go towards keeping girls in school and prosecuting those who stand in their way to a bright future. As president, I have ensured that women are the primary and first beneficiaries of economic empowerment programs such as NIF loans, Mtugulabakomo, AIP. For I believe that empowering women financially is the fastest way to achieve the inclusive wealth and self-reliance espoused in our Malawi 2063 vision. And there's more to come in the coming years, because my commitment to gender equality is not a matter of charity, it is a matter of justice. And as far as I'm concerned, gender inclusion is not a campaign slogan, but my way of life. As those who have known me throughout my ministry in this country and abroad would testify. So we celebrate all women of Malawi. I make each of you a pledge as we do that I will not stop fighting for you until every one of you has the opportunity to rise to your full potential. And I know you're hungry tonight. It's been a long day, I am too. But thank you for your attention, and God bless our nation, Malawi. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for that powerful message there.
Osaiwala kupanga subscribe ku channel ya AMTV Malawi.